On today's show, Buck turns things over to the Grand Rapids Young Organist Association. 6 talented young musicians will be entertaining you. And Buck has more to tell you about this interesting group.
This fine organization, the Young Organist Association, want to sell some groceries. I'll tell you about this thing. This is the siesta chair, and it is irresistible. If you sit in it, the urge comes over you to take a nap. And with some effort, you might be able to carry on a conversation, but you have to be sure. I very often hear from people in the audience who say, it's a great program, but, and then they proceed to tell me what's wrong with it. And what's wrong with it usually is that we're covering a great many things and looking at a great many facets of life in this community, except the one they are principally interested in. And I often hear from people who say you don't have enough dance on the show, and I often hear from people who say you do not often enough have organ music on the show. Well, on successive days we're going to take care of that problem, at least temporarily. Tomorrow we're going to have some dance on the show. And today we're devoting the entire program to organ music. And we're doing this in cooperation with a group called the Young Organist Association of Grand Rapids. The advisor for that group is Ron Walls, who is my guest sitting in these comfortable siesta chairs right now. Ron, this organization is relatively new, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Started in this particular organization, the Grand Rapids chapter started in September of last year.
And even the national group?
Yeah, the international group has started about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's grown quite large since then. They have about 40 to 50 chapters in the United States and chapters all over the world, as far south, or on the other side of the world, as Australia, New Zealand, South America, Canada, and Mexico.
It's not uncommon for people with similar interests to band together and wear the same badge or the same uniform. And, I wonder what was the specific reason for people to get together and organize the Young Organist Association?
Well, basically, it's really just a network of local groups of young people that are linked together in a common cause, and I think that's just the enjoyment of organ music. Mm-hmm. The purpose of the club is to stimulate the interest in organ music, organ playing, and promote a better understanding among professional organists, teachers, students, dealers, and manufacturers. That's basically the purpose.
I belong to a musical organization. It's known as the Original Dulcimer Players Club, and the only requirement for membership is that you own a hammered dulcimer. You do not have to play it, but you have to own one. And if you attend a meeting, however, you have to bring your dulcimer and you have to play it. And so I avoid going to the meetings because I haven't been to play mine. Is it necessary in order to be in the Young Organist Association to own an organ and play one?
No, it's not. In fact, the motto of the international organization is if it has keys, it can be played. We encourage young people to own an organ and to play the organ, but we also have in the organization piano players and accordionists are also asked to join in hopes that they may someday own an organ and participate in the performing aspect of the group.
Most of the people who are involved, however, students
yes.
who are involved in taking lessons and so forth.
Yes, they are.
It interests me that the group is a very active one. You go about entertaining people, and when a guitar player or a hammered dulcimer player goes someplace to entertain, it isn't all that difficult to throw the instrument in the back seat. But when an organist goes someplace to entertain, he's got a major moving bill on his hands.
That's for sure.
And you concertize, this group concertizes at times with 6 or 7 instruments.
Mm-hmm. This is, we're right now engaged in a 3-state tour for American Music Stores, or Grinnell's. And they, of course, are supplying us with the instruments. In fact, they supplied us with the 2 organs today. Mm-hmm. And tonight we'll be playing in Kalamazoo at the Maple Hill Mall at 7:30. We'll be putting on an hour-and-a-half program.
And how many instruments will you be using?
6. There'll be 5 organs and a piano.
That's fantastic.
And then tomorrow night we go to Ann Arbor, and then Saturday and we're in Toledo, and then Monday back here in Grand Rapids we'll be at the Ottawa Hills High School at 7:30 in the evening for our final program of the 3-state tour.
Is the Ottawa Hills program, is there a charge for
No
it?
charge. It's a free admission.
That's great. And that's Monday evening at what time?
At 7:30.
Well, it would be silly for us to sit here and talk about young organists without seeing and hearing some of them play. I'll leave you the task of introducing the various organists that we're going to hear.
Okay, the first young man we're going to hear is our president. His name is Dave Russell, and he's going to play a song called What a Wonderful Day Like Today.
That's Dave Russell. He is the president of the Young Organist Association. Very fine.